Welcome to the presentation from Sciencewithattitude, SWAT. This presentation for Freddie the Fish demonstrates the sources and hazards of pollution to wildlife and our water sources. Let's get started.
Hi, I'm Kim.
And I'm Catherine. And today we're demonstrating SWAT's Freddie the Fish kit. It's geared for children from pre-K to second grade, and it'll take about 30 to 45 minutes.
As with all SWAT kits, Freddie the Fish comes complete with an instructor's notebook. That notebook has a checklist for the inventory, detailed lesson plans, supplemental information, and information reporting sheets that instructors can use once the activity is completed.
What you'll want to do to prepare is have a small plastic fish, a small clear plastic container, and you'll want to have one of each for every child.
One of the other things that you'll want to do is to stress that the main source of water pollution is runoff into the storm drains that get into the creeks and later into the streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans. You also want to make sure that all of the pollutants are nearby for easy access as you do the demonstration. So, Catherine, are we ready to begin?
Let's begin.
Let's begin. The kit comes with everything you will need except water. Catherine, this is Freddie. Freddie, like all trout, likes cool, clean streams to live in. Take a look at that. Is that nice and clean?
It looks clean to me.
Do you know that that is Freddie's home? Do you think that he's a happy fish in his home?
He looks happy to me, Kim.
He looks very happy to me, too. Did you further know, Catherine, that the streams feed into the lakes and that around here, many of those lakes are our source of drinking water?
I did know that.
Well, would you want to drink this water if there weren't fish in it?
I probably would.
Yeah, this came straight from the tap. So it's not only good for us, but it's good for Freddie. But did you know that pollution can harm both us and Freddie? What can you tell me about pollution?
Well, I know that sometimes we have to be very careful about what we put on our lawns, or maybe even things that we throw out of a car window, because they will go right into our storm drains.
That's absolutely true. So that if Freddie is swimming around in a nice, clean stream, he might have trouble if any pollutants get into it. Would you like to learn more about these pollutants, Catherine?
I sure would.
All right, so let's take a story. Every one of these pollutants in the kit does have a story. And one of the stories that I would like to tell, actually, let's start with soil. Catherine, have you ever seen construction sites in your neighborhood or around this area?
I've seen a lot of construction sites in our area.
Well, have you ever noticed they get kind of dirty?
They do get dirty, and I've noticed sometimes they cover the storm drains that are around the construction site.
Absolutely, because if they don't, all that dirt and construction waste ends up in the street. What do you think happens to all that dirt and construction waste in the street when it rains?
Well, I'm thinking that when it rains, that would get washed right into the storm drain with the water.
Catherine, you're absolutely right. So, do you think Freddie's a happy fish now?
That looks kind of yucky to me.
It looks kind of yucky to me, too. Poor Freddie.
Poor Freddie.
Another thing, Catherine, is that, have you ever noticed black marks on pavement and in driveways and in parking lots?
I have.
That's caused by oil from cars. What's something we could do to keep cars from leaking oil?
Well, we probably need to maintain our cars and make sure they're not leaking. And if they are, we need to get them repaired.
Absolutely, because if we don't, that can wash into the driveways or into the street or into the parking lot. And what do you think happens when it rains?
I'm thinking it's going to go right into Freddie's home.
That's right.
Yuck.
Poor Freddie.
Poor Freddie.
We can do the same kind of thing for every one of these pollutants. So there's a story for each one. We're going to continue to add these pollutants as we go. Here's some litter. Animal waste. Soap, and fertilizer. Catherine, take a look at Freddie's home now.
That looks terrible. I can hardly even see Freddie.
Do you think he's a happy fish now?
I don't think so.
I don't think he's happy or healthy. Poor Freddie.
Poor Freddie.
It's very important then that we think about these things. Can you tell me something you've learned as a result of what we've done today?
Well, I think I learned that it's very important not to pollute and to be very responsible to keep our water clean so Freddie's home will be clear and safe for him to live in.
Absolutely. Otherwise, this is the same water that Freddie's having a hard time living in that might end up in one of the lakes that we get our drinking water from. Would you want to drink this?
No way.
Me either. So it's very important. Let's all work on keeping pollutants out of the streets so they don't end up in our storm drains. This same kit contains water drops on a penny. Check out that and the many other SWAT kits we have available for you online at dcmga.com.
And we'll see you next time.